Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So this video is actually saying that having mixed kids is irresponsible, and he got his own explanation to make and all that. But then let's get into this video. I think it's really very important that we know the people we are, like crossbreeding with and all that, especially when you know that your parents or probably do not like a particular race, especially black people. It is not something hidden that you see Asians and or Hispanics and other people saying that you do not crossbreed with black people, right? Because they do not want their child to come to the world having big nose, having nappy hairs, or really looking like black people because they do not like black people, right? So this Asian woman actually came out to say how she was treated when she was, because she is, you can see she's mixed, black probably father and Asian mother. How that she said her grandparents always like touch her nose, like always wanting her not to have a nose that look like black people and the rest of it. And I can imagine what they did to her years back. So this very moment, it is still very fresh in her memories, and she's talking about it. And so many Asians are also in the comment section, like saying the same thing, what their parents or their grandparents did to them and the rest of it. See, we really can do better. Let us stop setting our kids up for drag, or setting them up not to be loved enough. Let's get into this video.
Okay, I need to know if other people experience this shit other than fucking Asian people, because my friend just texted me. I'm not gonna tell you what she fucking said, but she just explained a situation that her mom said about her fucking baby, and then got me thinking about the shit my mom has fucking said about my goddamn baby. Like, my mom constantly keeps fucking telling me to pinch her fucking nose. Like, when I was little, they would fucking pinch my nose and go like, yet yi sam say look chuck, but they would count to 10 in Chinese and pinch my fucking nose so I'll have a smaller fucking nose.
It is irresponsible as fuck on both sides to get together and procreate and create a child knowing that the non-black side of your family does not condone or is racist. It is irresponsible on the black person's party that gets with said non-black person because you should know better. Stop trying to chase your non-black fetishes and understand what you are putting your child through and what you are signing up for. We get on here all the time, and I preach family planning. It is irresponsible as fuck on a regular level to get with someone knowing they have a shitty family. Number two, when you add a racial layer to that, it becomes even more irresponsible when you knowingly procreate with that non-black person knowing that their family is racist or anti-black tendencies. For the non-black person who decides to get with said black person, then bring said child into said situation, it was irresponsible as fuck on your behalf. It is irresponsible on your behalf because you know your family. And then you think love is going to stop that child from it. Now that child's going to have an entire side of their family that they can't be around, that's going to pinch their nose. And Shawty grew up with that family, and they did it to her. So she's going to have a child and then bring her child into that same area and family, and they're going to do it to them. She know how it felt to have that, but she wanted to go in the name of love and create a fucking child and bring them into that situation. I know y'all like to think, well, I could just keep my child away from my family. But then what is like, we always preach community. So you're going to go out and have a child with a family knowing how they are. Or on the other side, you're going to go out and have a child with someone with a family and you see how they are. This shit is irresponsible on both parties, bruh. And the only person that suffers in all this is the child. Y'all be selfish when it comes to these children. That type of shit is selfish. And you go to her page and look at them comments, you see all them non-black women that's sitting there talking about, oh yeah, my family does this. The white girls that got mixed kids. And like, bruh, that shit is irresponsible. Sure, you can't help who you love, but you can help who you make a baby with. But specifically speaking to the Asians, because that was an Asian chick video, and most of the majority of her comments was Asian girls. This is why people like in her family seem to think like this. Watch this clip.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
White.
White?
So I get white privilege.
If you had white privilege for a day, what would you do?
Oh, that's a hard question, actually.
What would I do? Honestly, just live.
You have Asian people who typically out-earn their white counterparts who still would love to be white, get close to whiteness, be in white proximity, but don't even know what they would do with it. Just live.
So this is all I got from this video, and sincerely speaking, this is very sad to see. And I'm going to say this, and why is it that black community, like, we are so welcome, black people are very welcoming. I don't know how to explain it, but the truth is that it's very rare to see a black, like, let's say, let me use African as a, I mean, as a, like, probably in Nigeria or Ghana or, like, some other countries around Nigeria. When they see mixed babies, I mean, it's all love, They really do not discriminate. Nobody comes to tell you that, like, maybe why do you have those black features and all that. I mean, you are supposed to look like, I am just using maybe as you are supposed to come as a black person instead of a white person. I mean, they are really very happy to have a grandchild. They are very happy to, like, to bond with a grandchild and all that. But it is mostly Asians that I see and some other colored people that when they mix, like, they have mixed babies and all that, you see them very aggressive with the child. But I keep asking this, it is very irresponsible, like this young man said, as a mother, knowing that your parents do not like the person you are getting married to, especially the race, right? And then you end up having the child, and the child had to go through all this growing up. So you can imagine when she still can imagine, I mean, what they said to her when she was very younger. Till this very moment, it still rings bell in her head to tell you how right this is, that she can say that her grandparents are and all that. You can imagine, like, coming to press the child's nose so she doesn't come out, the nose doesn't come out like a black person. So she is going to have Asian nose and all that. This is really very wild. And sometimes love is beautiful, and I do not have any problem with wherever people find love, If you find love, as long as you are great with it. What I am preaching so much about is I love black love, and I love healthy black love, not just black love. If your love is not healthy, it is useless, right? So whatever you are having, if you are mixed, whatever, make sure it is a healthy relationship for your child and for yourself too. Do not bring a child into the world to traumatize the child, to, like, make a child start feeling like, less of herself. Some people end up with inferiority complex. Some will end up with, like, low self-esteem, confidence level 0 and all that. Why? Because her grandparents really did a horrible job trying to probably tell her, why did you come out as a black person? Why is your hair so nappy? And the rest of it. And you all already know the horrible comments they make when it comes to a black person, And this is really, like I said, I have never ever come across a black video, because if I see, I definitely will bring it. I have never seen black people, trying to criticize their grandchildren, saying, why did you come out as a colored person? I mean, you are supposed to come out. Man, what do you expect when you crossbreed? You get what you like, Sometimes it doesn't, like, it's either one, there is a stronger gene, but sometimes you can actually see that, man, this child is, maybe the father or the mother is the other side or whatever, but then that there is external, whatever inside there. So it's something we are already supposed to get used to, And but then all I am going to say is, please stop setting your children up for drugs, because, like, you cannot, because I feel like, before you have a child, you are supposed to love that child before you meet that child, and you can also at the same time do all it takes to protect that child. Try as much as you can. If you decide, like, that love is so much that you cannot, like, separate from the person, make sure that you do not expose your child to, like, some certain things, because most of them do not forget most of the traumas they go through, especially from their grandparents or, like, extended families and the rest of it. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.